In this episode, we head south towards Fresno, California, to a little RV park on the Kings River where I try to do a little fishing. So come exploring with us. Hi, my name is Jason. This is my family, and we love to travel to the beach, or the lake,
in the forest, on the coast,
to the mountains, and even deep underground. I hope you come along as we travel all around our home state of California, the greater United States, and beyond. We invite you to come join us as we go exploring. Well, we're headed out once again. In our last trip, we had wanted to stay at an RV park on the river, but didn't find exactly what we were looking for. So we're headed south through the Central Valley of California, but we hit traffic first. Eventually the traffic cleared up and we made our way down Highway 5, then across the Central Valley of California to Highway 99. For those who don't know, California is the United States' #1 agricultural producer and exporter, and the Central Valley has 4 of the top 5 producing counties. California has over 50% of the nation's harvested fruit acreage and produces almost 60% of the U.S.'s total fruit export value. It also accounts for 73% of the nation's non-citrus fruit and nut production value. Tulare County in the Central Valley is the nation's #1 leader in milk production. And while everyone knows about Napa and Sonoma's famous wine country, the Central Valley is actually the state's largest wine region, producing 75% of California's wine grape varieties. Not only that, but California produces nearly 90% of the nation's wine, and if it were its own country, it would be the world's 4th largest wine producer. If that's not enough for you, well, California is the #1 producer of almonds in not only the US, but in the world, producing over 80% of the world's almonds, and it produces nearly all of the world's walnuts. Nestled in that fertile farmland, right along the Kings River, is the Riverbend RV Park, which we eventually pulled into. Alright, we're here at Riverbend RV Park. It's a little tight. Pretty close to our neighbors on either side. But we got a nice little brook right here. Cute. Let's see how it goes. Riverbend RV Park is located just 20 miles east of Fresno, right on Highway 180, on the way into Kings Canyon National Park. The sites are close together, like really close together, and there is a fair number of permanent mobile homes, not only in the front area, but there's a whole section in the back that's all permanent. The RV park has most of the usual amenities, including full hookups and showers, but no pool or laundry facility. But it does have some novel amenities, ones like bocce ball and cornhole. There are also community picnic benches and barbecues. However, only the dog park was available for use due to COVID. So it is a little hot. It's about 95 degrees. It's around 6:30. We just pulled in, so I think it is going to be a hot one tomorrow. But the air coming off of this little brook is nice and cool. Not a ton of bugs, not crazy bugs, which is pleasant. It is pretty tightly packed in here, which isn't the best, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll make do. The little brook behind the site was nice, but there was no fishing in it, so we decided to take a little hike down to look at the Kings River and see how the prospects were. It was a nice easy path out of the RV park down to the river. After our walk, we were ready to make some dinner, but first had to do some maintenance on our picnic bench. We then visited with our neighbor, since he was only like 5 feet away. We checked out some of the wildlife, including this animal in the brook that Jody dubbed a swamp gopher. As the sun set, we watched the bats pick off the mosquitoes. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and everybody's still asleep. I'm going to head up the river and see if I can do a little bit of fishing. It's all catch and release, but see if there's any fish. In the morning, I gathered up my fishing gear and headed back out to the river. see that this river is moving pretty fast, and I don't know that there's going to be a lot of luck except maybe along the shoreline. I also don't see many bugs, which is what I've got. All this whole area, all the way from the fish hatchery down to the bridge, is all barbless hooks, artificial lures, catch and release. So all I've got with me is a couple zebra midges, but there are some rocks down in here, and along the shoreline the water slows down a little bit. Maybe there's some fish in there, but I think my luck looks pretty slim. I might walk up a little ways and try and find some little easy like eddies off the side of the main river if I walk up a little ways, but I don't know how far I can walk because there's a residential area up there. I don't know how far this path goes. I know that eventually you run into people's backyards, so we'll see. So we reached the end of the trail here, not too far. I don't even think that's a mile. But with this chain link fence, it says no trespassing. All the way out to the river, there's actually a concrete barrier, so there's a decent spot right here to cast out. But that water is still really fast. I would not want to raft in that. By the time you get to the edge, you'd be clear across the highway. See if I can throw something out here, and then I'll go back and fill my coffee back up and maybe go over to that pond. See if I can do something there. But this kind of stinks for fishing. I don't understand what the problem is with people that they can't clean up their garbage. What the hell? I mean, you come out here and you enjoy this beautiful scenery, big rushing wild river, and then leave your crap all over the place. What is wrong with people? I had no luck on the river, so I decided to check out the fishing pond at the RV park. It is also catch and release, artificial lures, and barbless hooks. Okay, there are some big ass fish in here. Because it's all catch and release. These things, look at those. I don't know if you can see those. Look at the size of those fish. That's a big, those are big fish. Look, there's a bunch of little ones over here too. All kinds. I guess they see me and they know that they're gonna get food. But there's no live bait here. It's all artificial lures, so I don't know. I guess they're just trained to come over here. They're just gonna get hooked. Wow, that's pretty insane. Let's see what happens. So that's what the fish were waiting for. It's feeding time. That's why they were out here, waiting for food to show up. And it is just drained fish food. I bet you could just hook one in the side of the face right now. But I'm telling you, look at the size of some of these fish. Look at these. But there was no chance that my metal lure was going to compete with that automatic fish food dispenser, so I called it a morning. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll see the next episode when it comes out.